everybody. Day 7, January 7th, on the Appalachian Trail. Last night, I got tucked in and I didn't get much reception. I got a little bit, just enough to text, and that was about it. So, did some editing, charged some things up, got something to eat, hung my bear bag, and slept pretty. When I did sleep, I slept pretty good. I keep waking up in the middle of the night and then I can't get back to sleep, but hey, that's about normal for me. But we started off at, we've usually been getting up around 6 o'clock and getting on trail by 7:45, 8 o'clock. We're only about 15-20 minutes down the trail. I had to hike a little bit to warm up. Did a couple ups and downs already, and we're going to go over a couple more before we hit the big one. And then we go down in the Dix Creek Gap, and then that's when I'll get a shuttle into, well, they'll come, the hostel will come and pick me up. I'll give them a text to let them know when to pick this sorry old hiker up. But just, man, tear down just seems like it takes forever, but I'm sure it'll get quicker. But, you know, by the time you're all toasting, you get out of that rack, and my hand, the hardest part is the hands. I mean, I got gloves, but you can only do so much with gloves. But, you know, get packed up and get your bear bag down, have breakfast, tear down, pack up. And oh, and it was sleeting too. It sleeted for about 15-20 minutes hard. So I just packed up as much as I could under the tarp, and then just as I was getting ready to tear the tarp down, it stopped sleeting. So that was pretty good. So we're just gonna have a nice relaxing day and then spend the night at the hostel. Probably only be about 6 miles today, but I'm gonna have to start making up ground because that's 2 days now that I haven't, 2 or 3 days now I haven't put in as many miles as I'd like to. I'm falling behind. I don't want to do that. So we'll get charged up and put on a big push. I did hear a bunch of yotes last night, heard an owl, and just now I heard some cows. But you spend any time in the mountains, you know how much sound travels up through the valley and through the different parts of the mountain, and it can come from a total different direction too. So, all right, we're gonna hammer down and do this climb. I'll show you what this climb looks like, or when we get to the top. But we just got some humps to go over, and then we're going up a big daddy, and then a little mama, and then down into town. All right, have a good day. Hope you guys are well. That's where we came from, and that's where we're going. Over a couple of them, and then up Kelly's Knob, and then I think it's Powell Vista, if I remember right. We'll go check it out. Climbing for about 40 minutes and still going up, and this isn't the big one yet, but we hit a little opening. I thought I'd share it with you. Just crested this mountain and went over the other side, which is better because all the wind is getting hammered over there. Everybody's getting hammered, and that side of the mountain is getting hit with the wind. Start talking right. That was a heck of a climb. Let me try and zoom in without making anybody sick. Again, the camera just doesn't do it justice. There's a river down there too. Very cool. All right, I think there's a couple more spots to check things out down here, and gonna continue to make our way down. We found some pine needles to munch on, get some vitamins for the day, and we'll get her done. I see something cool, I'll let you know. But this is where we're going. Boom. And this is where we came from. Just literally just crested over the hill. Mountain, I should say. There's no hills. Alright. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Coming this side, down this side of the mountain, man, it's really nice. The sun's coming out, no wind. It's really nice. I just kicked up a grouse. So if I wasn't paying attention, I am now. But man, it's really nice out. Days like today's when you just want to go, but I guess we'll stop this hostel and get a rest. Make plans for long term, get ready for the Smokies. I'm gonna need to get some supplies anyway. Alright, I see something cool, I'll let you guys know. Talk to you in a bit. Coming down the mountain now, somewhere up there on the top, the trail wide off. There must have been a trail to the vista, and must have gave you a look of the valley over there. But I didn't see it until I was past it, and I wasn't walking uphill to go see it. So I'm heading down now, and I called the hostel, and they're gonna come and pick me up, and we'll go check that out. Relax these feet and legs, and get charged up and fueled up and rested up, and get to interact with other humans. I guess that's not a bad thing once in a while. All right, like I said, I was expecting more of a rocky downhill, so I might beat the estimated time I gave them, but they're super nice and said that they would, if I got reception, and I don't think they're that far up the road either. I could walk there. But we'll get down here to the bottom and go from there. You guys have a good weekend. Talk to you soon. First green tunnel of the day. But I kept seeing these little... At first I thought, man, somebody's setting a tent up there. But those are hogs. I thought it was just some kind of little shoot off to prevent erosion, until I seen some really fresh ones and seen the claw marks, or the hoof marks. So I've been seeing them the whole trail, and a lot of them. So even though it looks like there's no hog damage, they're around, because those little things don't just happen by themselves. All right, let's get down to the bottom of this mountain. I just saw a bunch more of those little cut-offs off the side of the trail, and maybe it isn't hogs, maybe it is for erosion. But it could have, unless somebody's just using a rake, or sure looked like hoof prints, but the last couple ones I saw actually had footprints in them, and they were pretty fresh. There's a couple up here. So I don't, maybe it is for erosion so it doesn't turn this into a creek bed and a hard rain. Here's a fine example. Yeah, here's a trail going right up through here, and then it turns, goes down there. There's two of them right here. I don't know. I'll ask somebody. These are fresh, very fresh. Huh. Like I said, I've been seeing those the whole trail. I thought it was just for runoff, and then it looked like I saw some hoof prints, and unless it is for runoff and hogs just walk through there, I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm just a dumb hiker. That really opened up here. It's nice. Good camping spot. All right, let's head down the mountain. If that were any bigger, I'd crawl in there. That's a big tree. Comfy home for somebody. Something. Anyway, this is 2.5 miles downhill, but it's relatively easy. Not too many rocks. Sometimes you get in a section with bad roots or bad rocks, but overall can't complain. It's like it's clouding up. Hey now, I've concluded that those little shoot-offs, I think they're for erosion, and maybe a hog did go through there or laid there or whatever, but I think they're for runoff, because I haven't seen any hog activity for a while. But we're still going down, crossing a little stream here. It was a 2.5 mile downhill, and sometimes downhills could be worse than uphills, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. Some relaxation. Oh, now we're going up. Talk to you in a bit. Hit the flattest spot and we're there. Whew, that was a serious downhill. All right, let's go wait for my chariot. I'm gonna see if I can text her. Dix Creek Gap, people. That's where we is. That's where we be. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just wanted to touch base with you. I got picked up at the Gap. Then we came to the hostel and got checked in, and pretty neat to catch up with some of the other hikers. Some of them I hiked with, and others I haven't, and had a really good time hanging out with them. We ended up running into town, and we got something to eat. Stopped at the outfitter, stopped at the grocery store, came back and socialized a little bit, and talk to the hikers, get some game plans down, and everybody's trying to figure out what to do and how they're going to do it and all that stuff. So really enjoyed hanging out with those guys. Tomorrow morning gonna leave in the morning. It's supposed to be raining all day, so it is what it is. Got to get some miles in. But I did buy a mat, and I'll have my other mat shipped to me for the Smokies. But this mat will do for now. Be able to stay in the shelter when it rains, so I won't have that heavy tarp, and it'll just be a lot easier to set up and tear down. And then I got the option with the hammock too. So other than that, we're gonna call it a night. Day number 7 on the Appalachian Trail. Mileage wise, we only did about 6 miles. But it was a rough 6 miles going up and over Kelly's. Now that was a big mountain, but we could try and get some in tomorrow, and we'll go from there. So we'll talk at you soon, and have a great week, and be safe.